at the post office. I mean at the bank. But you can't see me. Oh, you can't see me. I'm at the bank. Okay, so it was a car. Okay, so it's nerve damage and it's from a car. So I'm told that there is some sort of procedure. I don't have any medical training, by the way. I didn't even go to high school, so just keep this in mind. But there's a laser or something that they can do. It's non-invasive, and they can break down that. It's got like from being rubbed, like scar tissue or something on it. And they can break that down with a very non-invasive way. See all the hair standing up on my arm? You can't fake that. They can break it down, and it'll squish out, and that shit'll stop. What you do is go ahead. We live in the United States. We're the best hospital in the United States, which is the Mayo Clinic. There's two of them. There's one in Pensacola, and there's one about 2 hours from a friend's house in Iowa. So just send them your records and see what they have to say. See if they have some advanced techniques, because the doctors are not going to volunteer this information for you. It's just they don't. I don't know, because it's research. Mayo Clinic's always research. But it's the best hospital in the United States. Now, the best hospital in the world is Costa Rica. If you're going there, I'm going with you, okay? You need somebody to carry your bags. Anyways, so there's this other thing they said they do. And they said they put this thing up there, and they go like with a wire, a little tiny wire, and they wrap it around the nerve, and they pull it back, and it goes kind of like, then they fix it to something else where it's not sitting in that zone, causing that jerk of yours in your head. It's just like a teeny tiny microscopic wire, like putting on twist tie on something. So it's kind of like putting a twist. Okay, I got a yes on that. Oh, the hair's standing there. Yes. It's like putting a twist tie on it and pulling it out of the way. And at first, I think they're going to do both. Break down some of that scar tissue or whatever it is that's gone in there from friction, like a callus. It's like a callus, from friction like this. So it's like a callus. And so they'll break that down a bit, and then they go in there with the wire, and they pull it out of the way.
So it don't get pinched anymore.
Right, correct. And your life will change. I'm giving information for the greater good. People freak out, whatever. I can't help it. I see medical illnesses in other people all the time, I'm giving information because it's for the greater good that you not be in some of the pain. You don't have to be in all that pain. You don't have to be in all that. You don't have to deal with that. It's something that you got to deal with on a daily basis, and it keeps you bound to this level. I don't know where you're at. So, anyways, it's not. You can probably look it up on your phone and everything else, because you know the name or whatever they called it. Look up the terms at the Mayo Clinic and see those kind of procedures or whatever. Remember, I have no medical training. I'm just a psychic. How'd you learn about it? Well, there was a psychic chick at the bank cashing in her last CD. Anyways, yeah, it's just this is unnecessary. Huh?
Is there something new they're doing?
They're always doing something new at the Mayo Clinic. And here's the thing, it's a problem in the United States. The best hospital in the world is in Costa Rica, because they don't have to study something for 20 years. 20 years ago, imagine technology 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay? And we have to study things for 20 years before it's allowed to go out on the market, number one. Number two, scientists who study diseases cannot profit off the research. It's frowned upon, quote unquote. And plus, the government gives them grants to study it, and then everybody else wants to try to prove them wrong, and it takes 20 years to go through this process. But scientists in general study one thing, like say, I worked for a scientist one time, and it was retinitis. He studied retinitis pigmentosa, let's just say. Okay, that's what he studied. And if you supposedly had the cure for retinitis pigmentosa, and you released it to the public, and you were only 35, now what are you going to do for the rest of your life? Because you can't profit off the research because you got government grants. You're just screwed. You're out of a job. So if you're a scientist and you're studying something and you find a cure, well, what do? You still got to live for the rest of your life. You still got to eat. That's all you know. That's all you know. You dedicate your life to it. You get the care. You can't release it until you retire. And that is why that's a holdup with research in the United States. It's not like that in other countries. You get government grants, or if they give government grants, I don't know. And then they can profit off it. Not in the United States. They don't. They lose all their respectable accountability. I mean, what's wrong with making money, buddy? I came up with a cure.
Yeah.
The government owns the cure, I guess, if you come up with a cure using government grants, I guess. I don't know how that works. But it's a very messed up system, for sure, as far as research goes. But anyways, those are the best place in the United States is the Mayo Clinic. So they always have, like, I went there. A doctor told me I was going to die. I had a tumor on the nervous system in my spine. It was about a half an inch. It was an unfavorable prognosis. I thought I was dying. I had arthritis spurs. I had a doctor cancel an appointment trying to get me in for an emergency back surgery. I'm looking at him like, you know what? I don't think I trust you that much. I don't know you. I don't think I trust you that much. I don't feel like my back's an emergency surgery. Not so. I chose not to. And
So did it get better by itself?
actually, it did. I went to the Mayo Clinic. They said I had a torn disc and I had arthritis first, and they said do not have surgery. It'll grow gristle. It's gonna be painful. You'll get used to it.
So it'll get worse.
No, it grew gristle. So you got a torn disc. And your back is very painful for a while. Had a handicap sticker and everything. Damn cops, I'm going into Walmart. He's like, is that your handicap sticker? I'm like, it's in my car. You're not allowed to use somebody else's handicap sticker. I'm like, I didn't know to ask this question. He goes, well, you don't look handicapped to me. And I'm like, I'll tell you what. If we can trade bodies right now, you walk around in this body for a day, and I'll walk around in that one. Okay?
Really?
And then you can tell me what kind of pain I'm in. Or not in. Yes, it's mine. Go look at it. And I walked on in Walmart. I mean, he called me out and made me walk out of my way. It was a Walmart parking lot. It's very intimidating when you have an injury. It's a long way. And then to walk around Walmart. And people looking at you funny when you grab a car. Yeah, it's my lower back. Yeah. But it grew gristle. It's probably better than it was. I probably wouldn't It took a long time. But I got better. Also, they told me I had carpal tunnel in my hands. I'm like, oh. They told me to wear braces every night. Don't do the surgery. It might end up with little claw hands. I was like, oh, I don't want the little claw hands. My mom got those. So I wear the braces. I'm fine. Go figure. You want to get the right opinion, you want to get a good opinion, you go to the best. The research hospital, they take your insurance. And it's not the same like Baylor. This is cutting edge. That is the best hospital. Look it up. What is the best hospital in the United States? American. After that, it's history.
This is where we paid the loan off.